I'm not somebody that romanticizes travel and moving abroad, and there are absolutely some people who are not cut out for the move abroad life. And in this video, I'm going to list them. Hi, my name is Anne, aka the Queen of Life Maxing. I give you the hacks, resources, and strategies to help you build your dream life. And yes, there are some people who shouldn't move abroad, or at least aren't ready for that yet. So if you see yourself in anything that I say, don't worry, you are not a lost cause, but be honest with yourself about what you actually need to work on. And if at the end of this, moving abroad just isn't for you, that's fine too. And it's better you hear it from me now than find out the hard way abroad when you're in another country. So make sure also to check out the resources I have linked in my description box. I've also put together an ebook of the best resources out there for women who want to move abroad. And it's got everything in one place: books, content creators, experts, podcasts, YouTube channels, all put together in one handy downloadable PDF guide. And it's full of actionable tools and steps, no fluff. So go and grab that if you're serious about making the move. So number one on my list of people who should not move abroad. If you're the type of person who doesn't like to make new friends and building community, don't do it. Moving abroad isn't just moving your body to a new location, it's rebuilding your entire social infrastructure from scratch. Every friend, every person you can call, every familiar face at the coffee shop, all of that resets to zero the moment you land in a new country. Back at home, your community built itself slowly over years without you even trying. School friends, work friends, friends of friends, all accumulated passively. But abroad, none of that exists yet, and it has to be built on purpose, which means putting yourself out there, striking up conversations with strangers, showing up to things alone, and doing it again and again until it sticks. And it's not easy, especially if you go to communities like Bali or Tulum, where the crowd is quite transient. People come and go, not everybody stays, people go back. So there is a lot of effort that goes into building a community from scratch in another country. If that genuinely fills you with dread, then you are going to struggle, because nobody is coming to build that village for you. And loneliness abroad hits differently than loneliness at home, because there's no safety net of old friends to fall back on when it gets hard. The solution isn't to force yourself to become an extrovert overnight, it's to start practicing now, while you're still at home in lower stakes environments. Join some hobby groups and say yes to at least one new thing a week that pushes you slightly outside of your comfort zone, and put yourself in rooms full of strangers on purpose, and build the muscle of initiating connection before you actually need it abroad, because that muscle doesn't appear on the plane, you have to bring it with you. The second type of person that should not move abroad, if you're the type of person who's not invested in health, wellness, and fitness. Old age and sickness can genuinely be pushed back with a healthier lifestyle, and that becomes even more essential abroad, where you might not have a close network yet and you're still in the process of building your village of helpers. The people who notice if something was wrong, the people who drive you to hospital if you were sick, or check in when you go quiet. At home, your body running on neglect is somewhat cushioned by a support system that's known you for years, especially your local GP providers, doctors. People who may have seen you from the time you were a child, and you also have to rebuild that network of trust as well. Don't make your health an afterthought. Get serious about it now. Start treating movement, sleep, and what you eat as non-negotiables, so that you're building from a foundation of strength rather than trying to catch up on your well-being at the exact same time when you're trying to build a whole new life somewhere unfamiliar and learn a new system, figure out where the nearest pharmacy is, and all of that kind of stuff. The third type of person that should not move abroad. If you're the type of person who has long-term illnesses that may be difficult or expensive to treat, your choice of country has got to be centered around where you can access the treatment and care you need. And that means some countries, no matter how dreamy they are, no matter how amazing they look on Instagram, will simply just be off the table. So it's not that you can't move abroad, it's just you have to be a lot more choosy, because healthcare systems vary widely from country to country. Some have incredible public systems, some require private insurance you'll need to budget for properly, and some simply don't have the specialists you'd need for certain conditions. So you need to do the unglamorous research first before the excitement of moving abroad takes over. Look into healthcare access, insurance options, specialist availability, and even average cost for your specific conditions in any country you're considering, and treat that research as step 1. Not step 5. So you're choosing the location that can actually support your whole life. The fourth type of person that should not move abroad, and unfortunately I meet these people Everywhere I go, I travel, and those are the type of people that have no intention of integrating into the local culture or learning at least the basic conversational foundations of the language. If your plan is to move somewhere and expect the entire country to accommodate to you without ever having meeting them halfway, you're going to find yourself isolated and honestly a little bit resented, because there's a real difference between being a respectful guest in someone's country and treating it like the backdrop of your own life. Locals definitely notice the difference between somebody who's trying and somebody who isn't trying at all, and that difference shapes how warmly you're welcomed. Commit to at least learning basic greetings and pleasantries and a handful of everyday phrases before you even land. Number 5, if you do not have some kind of income or some kind of long-term plan for how you afford retirement, especially if you're much older. Moving abroad doesn't pause your finances, it just relocates them somewhere with a different cost of living. And that cost of living may be cheaper, but you also have an overall thinner safety net if things go wrong. Don't let the excitement of moving distract you from doing the math, because excitement is a terrible financial advisor. The 6th type of person that should not move abroad is the type of person who is trying to run away from a problem rather than run towards life. A lot of people move countries hoping the move itself will fix a relationship, a mental health struggle, or a general sense of unhappiness. That's got actually nothing to do with geography, and the hard truth is you take yourself with you wherever you go. Try to deal with whatever it is that you have in your heart, in your mind, in your soul bothering you before you move. It's great to have a fresh start, but at a minimum, go in with your eyes wide open, knowing the move is a change of scenery, not a cure for your problems, and be ready to sit down and do the internal work once you land. The 7th type of person that should not move abroad is the type of person that can't handle uncertainty or things not going to plan. Living abroad means bureaucracy that doesn't make sense in a language you're still learning. It means visa rules that change overnight without warning. It means appointments and paperwork that can take 3 times longer than they should depending on where you move. And plans falling through in ways that rarely do at home, where you know the systems and the shortcuts. If you need everything mapped out and predictable to feel okay, this life will wear you down pretty fast, because very little abroad goes exactly to plan, especially in the first year. Practice flexibility as a skill the same way you'd practice a language, deliberately and with patience for yourself when you get it wrong. Build a small buffer of time and money into every plan so setbacks don't become a crisis. And lastly, if you're not the type of person that's willing to be a beginner, moving abroad is not for you. Abroad, you will mess simple things up. You will ask questions that locals find obvious. You will misread the menu. You'll get lost doing something you could do blindfolded at home. And your competence resets to 0 in ways that can genuinely bruise your ego. Decide in advance that being a beginner again isn't embarrassing. It's actually the whole point of the experience, because it's usually the fastest way you'll grow, and the discomfort of not knowing is temporary, but you gain so much from pushing through it. So that's my honest list, and if you saw yourself in a couple of these, that's not me calling you out, that's just me being real with you, because I'd rather you hear the hard truths from someone who actually cares whether this works out for you or not than romanticize it and let you find out the hard and expensive way. Work on what you can, be honest about what you can't, and if at the end of it all, this life still calls you, then go for it. If that helped you, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and like button, and let me know in the comment section which point hit hardest for you. I actually do read every single comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.